That actually happens in Chicago.
Does it?
I mean, I grew up in the suburbs, so I follow too many Chicago photographers, and that is a hot commodity. And I mean, any big city where you see the buildings all come together and it just, drops right below it.
Stunning.
But I want to go back to
water.
Boating safety.
Yes.
Boats have to go on the water, and the water is pretty crucial this time of the year. People want to get out, they want to kayak too, just all the water activities. But the water temperature is oh so important. So our temperature of Lake Erie, at least right off the coast of Cleveland, is in the mid 50s. So I want you to know, just because, worst comes to worst, you're out there and someone falls in and you have to go grab them real quick, I want you to know that they don't have really that long. And unfortunately, it's something we have to talk about, because if you find your water temperature between 50 and 60 degrees, you can fall unconscious in the matter of an hour, 2 hours. I know folks are just trying to maybe take a little dip, but things can, the tables can turn just a little too quickly sometimes. But back to obviously things being a little sunshiny bright, because the summer feels, I think, have really set on in. Memorial Day weekend marks the unofficial start to summer. We still have about 23 days until we hit the summer solstice, but we are hitting also a trend of 80-degree days to start up camp across Northeast Ohio. You'll still need the sunglasses as we continue through the middle of the week, as the sunshine isn't going anywhere. We stay warm, we stay dry, and here is a look at the next 5 days, because we're going to trend about 10 to 15 degrees above where we should be for this time of the year. Our average high for late May, early June is right around 75 degrees. And by about Thursday, we're going to be closer to 90 degrees. As 3 News meteorologists, we forecast specifically for Cleveland Hopkins Airport. So that's a little closer to the lake. So imagine if you're further away, maybe the Akron-Canton area, New Philly, you're likely to approach 90 degrees several times just this week alone, which again is unseasonably warm. Right now, 60s, near 70 degrees as we head closer to the midnight hour right now. Folks just to our west and neighboring states, pretty similar to us, a little cooler through the mid-Atlantic, but that's because they've had the same system impacting them for days now. An area low continuing to bring them cloud cover, as well as some scattered rain chances. For us, though, we have this very dominant high pressure system in control. So that helps to bring us the blue skies and sunshine. Also, its position helps allow maybe those lakeshore folks to get a little cooler through the afternoon, just based on the wind direction overall. But beyond that, you might see something happening out through the Central Plains states. There is stuff, but this big area high is going to stop any of this activity trying to filter into place. We're going to have dry air, and this is setting up to be a blocking pattern, not only with that area low in place, as they're kind of adjacent in perspective to each other. So we don't have a huge rain chance just over the next couple of days, but let alone the next week. So here's your National Zymer regional forecast, and look at things as we go through time this week. I've stopped the clock at about noon almost every single day, and you try to find a rain chance here, because it is hard as a meteorologist to find one through the Buckeye State as we go through time. Things stay dry almost each and every single afternoon and evening. So if you're someone who unfortunately may have didn't want to use up all the water and their water bill is looking to be a little higher, it might be you this week. Maybe it's a great one to set up the sprinkler for the kids, because I think your lawns and the kids are both going to have enjoyment out of this. So windows open kind of night as temperatures have fallen back into the 60s. We've got clear skies overhead, so if you've got a stargazer in your life and you like to peek outside, tonight's not a bad one too. We start tomorrow morning in the 60s, and we make it back not only into the 70s by mid-morning, but we approach 80 degrees as soon as we hit about noon. And if you're maybe thinking your neighborhood pool is open or your own backyard pool is open too, well, temperatures tomorrow afternoon are going to top in the mid 80s. Remember, UV index this time of the year, especially through the peak heat of the day, is at about an 8 or a 9. So that's a quick burn time of about 25 minutes or less. And just an extra thing to think about too, as our temperatures start to warm. 85 degrees just outside your vehicle, if you let it sit for a half an hour and it's parked out in the sunshine, it can feel like 115 degrees in just a matter of an hour or so. It can start to feel like 130. So please look before you lock. We've got a lot of kiddos in our lives, grandkids, you know it. And remember, if it's hot for you, it's also hot for your furry friend. So maybe it's a quick let out in the backyard and then they come right back in. Union Home Mortgage extended forecast, dry, sunshine filled, and 80s for the next 7 days. Your exclusive 10-day forecast features some upper 70s by day 9 and day 10.